Hello. Hello, hello. What am I doing? That's a good question. Just what am I doing? So is this background music like obnoxiously high? I never know. And also I'm not even listening to it. But yes, hello, hello, hello. I am doing something silly today. I had brought up during the last during the last stream that I wanted to get more into like studying Chinese because I'm freaking moving to China. And yeah, I figured like maybe doing some of it on stream wouldn't be the worst idea. So that is exactly what we are doing today. This is kind of like a guerrilla stream, I guess, in that my official schedule says that I will stream in like, what, 4 hours, something like that? Hi, Arjuna, how are you? Ooh, Arjuna Max. You are still Max. Okay, got it. You are Max, formerly known as Max. Very good. It is good to see you again. How are you doing? We're doing some like Chinese language learning today in a ridiculous kind of way. Absolutely ridiculous. I had AI create me a random story based off of like Critter being in the burrow, and I made it like be kind of naughty, I think. Like, I think it's going to be very inappropriate, so we will see. You're sleepy? What time is it for you? I imagine it's like, what, 2, if normally it would be like 3. Is it like 10 for you? Something like that, 10 p.m.? That's just me randomly guessing what time it might be in your area of the US. So between 9 to 11, I'd say, is my weak guess. But yeah, so AI made this like ridiculous story that I put into my language learning like software that I use, and yeah, we're gonna like mess around with that today, see what story it made for us. I literally have no idea what the story is about at all. I have not looked. I wanted to be as surprised as everybody, which might be absolutely terrible because it looks to be like possibly raunchy, but as long as like I don't accidentally dox myself, I think that we're good, right? So but yeah, no, I feel kind of sleepy today too. I ended up not going into work today because like I have just so many like sick days and personal days to use up before like I leave my job, and I only have what, 3 more weeks left of my job. And I have literally, even after using so many sick days, to the point where like one of my coworkers, like apparently to our friends, has been complaining that I'm never at work. When I am at work a lot, and I have over these past many years been at work for so long that I have so much like sick time and personal leave saved up. So you know what? I'm gonna freaking use it, because if I don't, I lose it, and that would be stupid. So I'm going to use it. But sleepy at morning. Ooh, okay, so it's morning time. I always assume like everyone is from the US for some reason who like comments on these things, which doesn't make a lot of sense because like I don't live in the US, so why do I assume everyone else does? But redonkulous. Yeah, I think we're kind of just gonna hop right into it, is kind of the plan. I'm also, because I've been posting more onto Bilibili, wow, which is like the Chinese version of YouTube. Yeah, like I think it works that more of my content does have like more Chinese kind of themes in it, especially in a way that helps me to better learn Chinese. But yeah, no, it was so silly because I ended up making a story using AI on like this time a more romantic, like more kind of like, I guess, gay, in that, yes, it's very gay, like story between me, myself, and I, and the city I'll be moving into, and the job I'll be doing, running into some random like Chinese boy who helps teach me like gay slang and all of that is the idea of the story. And like the story starts out like so cute, like it really is cute, but then I didn't realize, like I don't know how, I think it just randomly happened. Like I have a pretty like generic name, I guess, and like AI, like chatbot, decided to just like use my actual name in the story. Not this one, but like in the story that I had made. I'm pretty sure it's completely on accident, but yeah, I was like, baffled. I was bewildered. So, but truly wicked. But yeah, I'm just going to here open up the software. I don't think I even need my keyboard for anything, but it just feels right to have my keyboard on my lap while I do this. One last check, make sure no one's messaged me. I always do that. Like, I don't really, like, for the past while, I've just had my phone on silent mode, and it just makes my life better. That doesn't mean that I'm not always looking at it, but at least I don't feel like I have to, if that makes sense. Wait, and I'm gonna put a little pillow on my unofficial footrest. As I'm moving out, like, all of my actual stuff is just gone. Like, my old, like, coffee table, my, like, TV stand, everything's gone. So I'm using what dregs I have left to make myself comfortable. Yes, hopping into it. Let's make sure I'm not... Oh, wait, do I have the right thing open? Please. Okay, looks like it. Wow, I am just dying. I think allergies are getting to me again. But yeah, Max, do you watch this on the vertical or the horizontal stream? Because I set this up so that way it can be seen well on both. But yeah, I just want to get like some thoughts and feels on where we're sitting. If everything's looking okay. Looks okay on my end. But see, we got mic, no desktop audio, but also we really don't need it. I suppose we can turn that on though, because at least it'll be like if I click on something for the voice to happen, then everyone can hear it. So Chinese language, yeah. I am learning Chinese. Well, like I've been learning Chinese for a while, but I always hate when I hear that, and I hate when I say it, because like just because you've been studying it for a long time doesn't mean you actually know it. But yeah, so the story is completely ridiculous. It's I did at least read this part. So it says 地下我怪谈. So it's like, if I click on this, I'm just gonna move my little chat down here. I think that's fine. So let's see. No, over here is fine. So 地下 is like underground. 窝, so underground nest or like underground burrow. 怪谈 is strange tales. 怪谈. So underground nest strange tales. So strange tales of the underground. 呻吟 is like to moan. So 呻吟溢出. So moaning, closet. Duh is like possessive, so that's like the same as us doing like apostrophe s. So it's like 向你一处的秘密 is like moaning closet's secret. 秘密 is secret. 地下我, so the burrow. Wonder if I just go like this. I'm like the burrow. Underground den. 地下我或者说 like or 或者说 is like also said or like in other words. Got it. I like that. In other words. 地下我或者窝子. 窝子 is like a den. 地下我或者说窝子是个很奇怪的地方. So it's saying that the burrow, or in other words, 窝子 is like just a shorter name for the burrow. So I kind of like that. So 地下我或者说窝子. So the burrow, or in other words, shorter word for burrow, 是个很奇怪的地方 is a very strange 奇怪的地方 place. Why are they saying that my home is weird? What is weird about it? 他既 since, so 他既不想地狱. Why is it like hell? What? It's not like interesting. It neither looks like hell, so 他既不像地狱. You've never seen the Chinese language before, but fun fact is I'm not smart on Chinese language, I'm smart in English. Well, yeah. I just really like language learning, so I've just been studying languages for forever. So like the Chinese language, especially since I'm moving to China, is really interesting. But just for the longest time, it's like the writing system is just so different from ours in the West that like it's just always been super interesting to me. So I need to quit playing with or like touching my face, because then I realize that my like model is not able to capture my movements because I'm just like being ridiculous. Ooh, excuse me, moving around like that. I had to crack my back. 它既不像地狱，也不像天堂, and not like heaven. So in this kind of software, words that I have not seen before show up as blue. Words that I have seen before and I've attached a meaning to show up as yellow. And then words that I've indicated I already know aren't highlighted at all. So those are the ones that I'm fine with. So this one I'm fine with too. So I'm going to mark that as good. 它既不像地狱，也不像天堂。刀耕. So 刀耕 together is what? 刀耕. So rather. Let's add a better. So instead. So here, 刀 can be like instead. 刀耕像是一个喝多了. Oh no. Drank too much. 喝多了之后梦见的夜间厕所. What? Okay, so rather is more like a drank too much after 梦见. So like okay, so this is like after you've drank too much, dreaming of a nightclub bathroom. So 夜店厕所 is like nightclub bathroom, but 喝多了之后梦见 is like thinking of yeah, is like after drinking too much, dreaming of. Okay, interesting. 之后梦见. Interesting. We can show translation. So it is neither like hell nor like heaven, but more like a nightclub bathroom dreamed of after drinking too much. That is ridiculous. I love it. Wo zi的常客 regulars. 沃兹的常客都不是正经. Decent, honorable, or serious. So decent. 热闹. Rar. Okay, so 沃兹的常客都不是正经人. Let's see. 沃兹的常客都不是正经人. 都不是正经人. So the Burrows, regulars, all aren't decent people. Let's see. So in addition to mastering English, you're Indonesian. You learned from your language, which is Indonesian language. I haven't heard too much of the Indonesian language. This last season, I did apply to a few companies in Indonesia, actually. So I was considering moving to Jakarta, but I always think that it is so crazy. Like, I never hear anyone talking about Indonesia, but it's literally like the 5th most populated country. Like, there's a lot of people there. There's so many of you there. And like, I never hear anyone talking about Indonesia, but like, it's super populated. So at least on my YouTube, I actually need to go back and make sure that they're good. But I try to always have Indonesian subtitles on my videos. So if I don't put Indonesian subtitles on my videos, make sure to remind me, and then I can put those on. So although it seems like you're fluent in English, so probably don't need the subtitles. 我这的常客都不是正经人儿. The regulars at the den are not serious people. Okay, so here we're going to go serious is the word that we're going for here. So they're not serious. 正经人儿。要么 either one or the other. 要么是被正经，是被正经。What is that? 是被 trying to get, here we go. 是被 so being 要么是被正经世界 it's like world. Let's say that we know that one. I feel like I can read that one in the future. We're doing it. 正经世界抛弃的. Okay. So either is being serious world abandoned? Let's see, all that together. Either they have been abandoned by the proper world. So, 要么是被正经世界抛弃的. So, 抛弃的, so abandoned by the serious world. 要么是自己先摆烂的. So, 摆烂 is like a Chinese, like, modern cultural thing where I guess a lot of people, they feel like almost like, it seems to me to be kind of like a thing of depression. So, well, like half depression, half like not seeing a point just in general, like whether you're motivated or not. I actually think that it's not talked about so much in the US, but I actually think that bailan is something that I see a lot even in the US, of like that we always feel like we have to work so much, and everyone's just kind of not into that. We want to enjoy our lives. We don't want more. Like, that's just not us. We want to better enjoy the time that we have for the things that we want to do. And we don't need a lot of money for that because we've just gotten so used to like not having money. So we're not used to spending money, right? Like, we just don't have it. So we can't be used to like all of these great luxury things that require money if we've never had money to afford them in the first place, right? So, but yeah, like, bailan, I believe it means like to lie flat, if I remember correctly. Let's see. And then what did you say, Max? Speaking of this, I want to ask, how do I become a polyglot? So I can master all languages, give you some advice. Ooh, I like that. I mean, like, as you know, because you speak English and Indonesian, like, what a polyglot is anything over like 3 languages, something like that. So I think I've studied somewhere around like 10 languages in my life. That does not mean I'm good at 10 languages, just that I've practiced a bunch. But I think that in general, the advice I would give is just to do like crazy things like what I'm doing. Like, just find ways to mix in language learning with things that you're interested in. Like, my reading ability, as you can see, is terrible, but also my vocab is like shit. So I try to find ways that I can incorporate more vocab, more reading, more all of that in with things that are interesting to me. So by using AI to make these random stories, it can be a story specifically about something that I want to read about, but also it's something that I don't know how it ends right away because I like just told it to write me a story. So I have no idea where this story is going to go. It could be completely not safe for work, and then in that instance, I'm so sorry. But yeah, like, find ways to incorporate it into your everyday life. So if I'm on like the subway, the DTF, like, I can be doing my language lessons, I can be reading. Like, really, reading is the number one thing. Like, language learning is so much just input, like input, read and listen as much as you possibly can. Because with that comes the repetition of hearing things over and over and over again, right? So yeah, just like find small ways to incorporate it into your everyday life is the big thing, because languages are a tool. So if you're not using it, it's going to become rusty. Like, if you're not using a, like, it is kind of like riding a bike. Like if you go years without riding a bike, when you first try, it's going to be really hard. Like you almost have to relearn it. But if you get to a point where you can ride a bike, and then you go years without riding it, it's still hard when you first get into it. But then, like because you've already worked so hard at learning it the first time, it's easier to get back into, I guess. So yeah, it's a tool. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So, yeah, like, telling a story, making carried away by the atmosphere. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like you just have to find things that you like to listen to, you know? Um, let's see. 要是被正经世界, right? That's world, just like 世界抛弃的，要么是自己先摆烂的. So either they were abandoned by the world first, or they chose to first like quit the world, essentially. They have given up on themselves first. Okay. Okay. So either the world gave up on them or they gave up on themselves first. Okay. 要是自己先摆烂的。而在这地下迷宫里. So, however, in this, I think we can say that we know this one. I think R is like however. So it's like and, so like kind of like continuing on. R 在这地下迷宫里. So and in this underground maze, 虽不正经. So indecent, so depraved, immoral. I like that. 最不正经的, so the most inappropriate, the most unserious. 最不正经的非可理. Fei, so is like non. Fei可理. Fei可理. What? What is this? The most unserious one is definitely Kali. Okay, so like that's like the name. Fei Kali Tamoshu. Fei Kali Tamoshu. So none other. So the most inappropriate, Fei Kali Tamoshu. Okay. So in the underground maze, the most inappropriate is Kali. 你们听到了吗? So have you heard?
听到.
So I might have to fix this because I'm not sure if this is supposed to be karita. So okay. So most karita. Okay, karita. So 我叫 critter in English. So like my name is Critter, but my Chinese name that I put out there, thanks again to the help of AI, is Karita because it sounds like critter, and also Li is like a tanuki here in Japan. So Karita, not that I'm a tanuki, but like it just works. So none other than, okay, so 最不正经的非 Karita Moshu. So the most unserious, the most inappropriate is Karita, is me. 你们听到了吗? I think 听到 is a word that we know. 你们, yeah, we doing it. 你们听到了吗? Did you hear that? Karita. So we're gonna go with, it says that cret, but no, this is critter. This is me. Critter. You guys unfortunately can't see because it's just like a weird long screen. But over on the right hand side, I can put in my saved meaning. So that way, when I click on this yellow, it comes up with what my meaning for it is over on the side. So I'm just going to right away say that we know it. Karita. Karita. Yeah, I'm just going to say that I know it. Karita mija. Squinting. It's like narrowing your eyes. Ja is like, makes it a gerund, adds like an ing to it. So squinting, basically. Karita mija 一双 泛着 glowing 绿光 Okay, so Critter squinted a pair of glowing green 的小眼睛 eyes. So like, oh, I have small eyes. Cute. 小眼睛. Yeah, so Critter squinted a pair of glowing green eyes. Green little eyes. Because of course I'm little. Yeah. This was funny because as you can see, my eyes are not green at all. So I'll have to add that maybe. Like, keep in mind, my eyes are red. So, yeah, I think I'm a little albino binch. Jan is like to stand. I think we can say that we know that. 站在公共 is that bus? 公共 so public. Okay. 在公共休息室 so retire restroom. Okay. 休息室 Okay. So it's like a retire restroom. Okay. 洗室休息室的中央 Okay. So I stood in the public lounge, Zhongyang Center. What is that? Is it calling me clit? At least it's with a K. Oh my god. That's no good. Don't call me clit. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Kurita stood in the center of the public lounge, squinting with a pair of small eyes that glimmered with green light. Oh, cute. Oh no, it better not just be calling me clit for the rest of my life. 他一边嚼 So chewed. He on one side chewing 某种 So some kind of 散发 emanating 着散发着 Yeah, so giving off 汽油味 gasoline smell 汽油 is gas 味 is smell So I was chewing some kind of 散发着 so emitting So giving off 汽油味 gasoline smell 的发霉 Why is it moldy? 发霉 干酪 Oh my god. 干酪 So moldy cheese. Oh my god. What? So he on the side was chewing what? Come on. So if you highlight like some words, it'll tell you. So, okay, so he was on the side chewing some kind of emitting gasoline smelling moldy cheese. Great. So he was on one hand doing this, on the other hand doing so like 一边教大家加盐 I was winking it. Okay. So he chewed on some moldy cheese that smelled like gasoline while winking at everyone. Okay. 他一边嚼着某种散发着汽油味的 乏美干扰，以便教大家加盐。Okay. 听到啊 Is this like 啊？
啥？
听到啥 Okay. Maybe I don't know that one.
听到啥？
听到啥 Maybe we'll say we don't know that one actually. We're going backwards, boys. Oh my god. 酗酒 drinking heavily.
酗酒。
酗酒狐狸
狐狸。
Okay, so heavily drinking fox. 老药 老药 old Lao. So I guess that this drunken fox is named Lao Yao. 大着 Okay. 大着九个 Oh my god. 九个 Okay, so burping a wine like a beer burp. So hiccuping, burping, got it. 打着九个把 with the action of okay. 半瓶 so with half a bottle. Ba always confuses me. I'm like, I just don't really get its usage. Like, if I read it, I can like skim over it and just like go on and get the meaning still. But when I see it itself, I'm like, what? So, ba ban ping hu luo bo carrot. Hu luo bo. Okay, so hu luo bo is a carrot. Fu te jia vodka. Fu te jia. Okay, so holding half a bottle of carrot vodka. Za. Crash 在桌上 on the table. So 砸在桌上 Okay. 砸在桌上 砸在桌上 So together we have 树着狐狸老咬大家九个把半瓶胡萝卜伏特加撒在桌上 This I think will help me because my ability to say most of this stuff is terrible because I do mostly just like read and listen. So this will be good for like getting used to saying more of it. 因为我会说一点普通话，可是我其实不会说很多，我可以听一点儿，可是还不好。衣橱在声音。Okay, so so in the closet, moan. So there's moaning in the closet. Let's see. 克里特鞋. Okay, so we just need. It's splitting up the words in very evil charm. 克里特鞋妹. 学妹. So 学妹 is the word here, but it's not telling us here. Okay, so I think it's like 克里特学妹笑. So I did an evil grin. Okay. So 克里特学妹一笑. So I smiled evilly. 像刚从 Okay, so just from. So it's like just from 精神病院 mental hospital. Okay. 精神病院 mental hospital. 精神病院偷了 偷了, so stole.
偷了，
Okay, 偷了. Got it. So 香港从精神病院偷了主治医师。
医师，
So doctor in charge.
主治医师，
主治医师的病历跑出来。
出来，
What? So I smiled evilly, like I had just stolen the like
病历，
medical records from the head physician at a Jingshan Bingyuan. Very interesting. As if he just stolen the files out of the attending physician from a mental hospital and ran out. It's a very specific. I kind of like that. So, Krita 显美一笑. So smiled wickedly. 香港从精神病院偷了, so as if had just stolen from a mental hospital. 主治医师的病历, so the head physician's medical records 跑出来, and I had ran off. So like I had just ran off with the head physician's medical records from a mental hospital. Okay, interesting. Very descriptive. 你是说隔壁
隔壁，
next door. Okay. 你是说隔壁那间
那间，
那间
那间，
储物间储物间
储物间，
So 你是说隔壁那间储物间 So it's like, are you talking about the storage room next door? Ooh, I'm good. 你是说隔壁那间储物间欢 Oh, Badger. 欢姐 Okay, so Badger sister?
姐，
Badger older sister? So older Badger sister?
欢姐，
Okay, so her name is just going to be 欢姐也凑
凑，凑，
也凑过来 So 凑过来 So they came closer.
凑过来，
欢姐也凑过来尾巴
尾巴，
里藏
藏，
Okay, so in her tail she was hiding tagang. So hiding, she just 顺来的5个 so 5
5个
打火机 lighters. What?
打火机，
Okay, so let's see. What does all of this together mean? This came with 5 lighters.
5个打火机，
尾巴里藏着 So she came with
藏着，
with hidden Okay. Let's see. Together so the tail hides her just taken 5 lighters.
顺来的5个打火机，
Okay. 和一只活着
活着，
Okay, and a living choyo and a live skunk. What?
右，
Sister Badger also leaned over, her tail hiding 5 lighters and a live skunk that she had just swiped. Okay. 一只活着的
活着，
臭鼬，他刚顺来 just now 刚顺来的5个打火机 Okay. Got it. What is this title? Hi Hikari. What is this title? So the title of this is let's see. I don't remember what the title of this is. The title is like the moaning closet. It's like yes, I'm trying to think of the words, but my Chinese is not great, which is why I'm studying right now. So, but yeah, so we're going through and we're studying Chinese, and I'm doing that by I just made this crazy ridiculous story using AI. I told it to just make me a random story about Critter in the Burrow, and like a random raunchy inappropriate story about like some sort of ghost or creepy thing happening down here. So the main point is I'm realizing that my vocab is terrible, so I need to study like nouns and verbs and all that good stuff. So I made sure that it had plenty of that in it. But I have no idea where this story is going at all because I told it to make me the story, but I didn't want to know how it ended, or else then I might not be so interested in reading it. So it's very heavy on vocab, which is good. I'm like being exposed to a lot. But yeah, this is like a website called Link. I've been using it for years and years and years to study languages. And basically, here, if we go to the next page, we'll see like all of the words in blue are words that I've never seen before. Words in yellow are words that I've seen before, so I at least have some mental connection to them. And words that are not highlighted are words that I've indicated that I already know. And so it allows you to upload anything you want. You can upload like YouTube videos if they have Chinese subtitles, and then it will make the same lesson from YouTube videos. You can upload like whole Netflix shows and series. You can use like there's plenty of stuff already in the library in here. But yeah, normally I'll just create a story that I like, and then I'll put it in, and then it'll also automatically generate like the audio for it.
欢杰也凑过来，尾巴里藏着他刚顺来的5个打火机和一只活着的臭鼬。
Yeah, so then you can hit that, and then it can read you the entire story. Obviously, it still sounds kind of robotic, so it's not really what I use this for. If I'm trying to listen to something, there's a show that I really like right now that I'm watching called Be Yourself, and it's these like 4 girls who are in college and just kind of like their everyday life going through like trying to be roommates and stuff, and it's pretty cute. And so I just put in the YouTube video onto this, and then I'll listen to it, and then I'll study like the subtitles from it, and then I'll rewatch it. So that way I know more of what's going on. But yeah, that's like this. So we are listening to a story happening down in the Burrow of just this. So let's see. But yeah, this is older badger sister also approached like
尾巴
Weibali, so under her tail or like in the tail. Weibali sangja changja, so hid.
藏着
Changja ta gang shun lai de, so she had just gotten gang shun
刚顺
just casually 来了5个大火鸡, so 5 lighters and a live skunk, 一只活着的臭鼬。昨晚, so yesterday night, or I guess last night is another way of saying that. We can say that we already know that one though. 昨晚我靠着 So you leaned against, rely on.
靠着
我靠着他睡觉, so sleep.
睡觉
Okay, we know that one. 我靠着他睡觉. 我靠着他睡觉. What does that mean? I lean on it to sleep.
觉
Last night I slept against it. Oh, you slept against the room? 昨晚我靠着他睡觉, so leaning against it, went to sleep. 结果, so as a result, 结果凌晨,
凌晨
early morning, 3 o'clock, it began,
开始
开始, it began, 我哈的脚,
地脚
the jaw. Okay. So last night I slept against it at 3 in the morning. It started making oh, ha sounds. Not me pausing every time I have to clear my throat. The like allergies, or I guess my allergies are still just not quite where I want them to be here, so we shall see. I'm sure that me clearing my throat with a Monster Energy drink is not the most beautiful thing I could be doing also, though. So, 它开始啊喔哈的叫. So it started like making these sounds. 我以为 So, believed or considered. 我以为自己梦到 dream about 前女友 ex-girlfriend 前女友 我以为自己梦到前女友 So, I myself was dreaming about an ex-girlfriend 结果 as a result 醒了 woke up searching for the sound is 声音 searching for the voice 还在 still okay but as it turned out so 结果醒了发现声音还在 So but it turned out when I woke up I found that the voice was still there. Okay. Incredible. That's wild. So 我以为自己梦到前女友 So I thought I was dreaming about an ex-girlfriend. So like thought that those like inappropriate noises like oh ha was coming from an ex-girlfriend. Wild. But when they woke up, the voices were still there. It's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Karita song song jian. What is that? I shrugged my shoulders. Song song jian. So critter song song jian shrugged his shoulders. 不过 So, however, 我喜欢 Okay, I still don't like that it keeps calling me clit. I think that that's inappropriate. But Karita, it's my Chinese name. Karita song song jian. 不过我喜欢 So I shrugged my shoulders and said, but I like it. 不过我喜欢 Allow me to crack my back real quick. Okay. 太色情了 Erotic? Oh no. Oh no, so 太色情了 So too erotic. 太色情了墙上 lots of words. 墙上的 so on the wall. 调情 flirting 幽灵 ghost okay 幽灵小念 so name is 小念叹了 okay so 叹了口气 tone of voice. Hi Joel, how are you? Welcome to the Burrow. Right now we're listening to crazy AI story about like erotic noises coming out of a closet. I have no idea how it's going to end, but yeah, it is wild. Learning for when I go to China, yes sir, and or ma'am. I don't want to assume your gender. So just I call everybody boy, and that's it's a gender neutral tone. I swear. So, but yeah, how are you, Joel? How are things? 墙上的 So 墙上的调情幽灵 Okay, so the flirting ghost on the wall named 小年叹了口气 So 叹了口气 so sighed 悠悠 so softly 飘 So 悠悠飘 so softly drifted 下来 softly drifted down. You've been in for a while, but I suppose I am kind of a stripper in Final Fantasy 14. I considered hopping in and playing that today, but I don't know. Today felt like a good day to like do something like productive and equally provocative. So, yeah, no, like the way that we learned that the Pope died by like my camera being in my crotch was like very unfortunate. Um, and yeah, no, I just love that me playing dead, you as a like tiny Lala, we hear that the Pope dies because I'm trying to gaslight people into thinking that Clint Eastwood died instead. So we have a very unfortunate history, I see. but yeah, no. Unfortunate. I do need to get back and get into playing again though. I want to create like a little hype house. I thought that by hopping back into the game and making it more like whatchamacallit, and getting into like a really big FC that would be good, but I don't know, I got bored immediately, so maybe I just need to make my own FC again. You can join it if you would like. I keep pausing and making the most atrocious sounds. So, but anyway, getting back into it. 香香的. So on the wall, the 调情, the flirting ghost, so the flirtatious ghost, 少年叹了口气, so sighed. 悠悠飘下来, so softly drifted down. 连我都觉得尴尬. Oh my god. So the flirtatious ghost is saying that even I feel awkward.
说明
Wow, these allergies. 说明问题很严重. So, okay, so like explaining that the problem, okay, which 说明, so indicating the problem, 问题 is like problem or question, 说明问题很严重. So even I feel awkward, which means that the problem is really, really serious. And he's like, if I feel awkward, then it must be bad. 溢出, so the closet. 发出, so came out, so issued, emitted. 声音, so the wardrobe is moaning. Exactly. Hayo, your username is definitely more recognizable now, in that now I know that you are Hayo. welcome. How are you? I hope that y'all are good. We're listening to a ridiculous story now. Lao Yao, so like old Yao, Zhou Qi, frowned. So old Yao frowned. 眉头. Okay, so like frowned his brow, so like lowered his brows.
皱起眉头
Cock a brow, furrowed his brow. Yeah. 皱起眉头. 都里面都里面是不是藏着某种不能说的生物 creature. Okay, so we're like, so old Yao the fox 皱起眉头, so like furrowed his brow. 那里面是不是藏着某种不能说的生物? So it's like, then like inside. So inside, is there hiding some sort of unspeakable like animal? You're also over on Twitch. I love it. I love the dedication, the compassion, and also then that you don't have to worry about the ads. So, 不能说的, I think it's like unspeakable. Yeah, okay. So like, 不能说的生活. So like, old Jiao, furrowed his brow. Then inside, is there hiding some sort of unspeakable animal? Yeah. The ad blocker on PC for the win. Yeah, no, like, I don't personally mind any of it. I think that, like, everyone agrees that ads are not the way that most people even earn money, and nor am I doing really any of this for the money. It's to, like, help build community, like I've always said. It's to get people, like, in here and chatting, and, like, just that we can all hop in and, like, vibe together. So, but yeah, even if it was for money, ad revenue is not it. So, so, not on your phone where your Twitch was. Literally, as I click on Twitch stream, I get ad. I told you. I told you. But also, again, like, ads are just playing right now for the next, like, few minutes. So, but I do the 3-minute ads, like, once an hour. So that way it gives us the chance to all go and, like, have a little break. And then also to make sure that people who click on me, like, they don't get the pre-roll ads. So yeah. So that's always the reason. Now, if someone clicks on me during those 3 minutes, then that's ass, because then they have to, like, have a longer than normal ad. But incredible. I think that with that, though, let's actually go in. Everyone just go have a break. So go drink some water, use the bathroom, get a snack, so that way we don't miss anything. I'm gonna go take a break too. I need to clear my throat and, like, probably pee. So I'll be back in, like, a couple minutes. BRB. Okay, we are back. I say that after completely forgetting to go and get some water, but whatever. We're doing it. pull up Twitch on PC now, so no ads and PC quality viewing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, welcome back. You are back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Kyle. Welcome back. 白窑猪气眉头那里面是不是藏着某种不能说的生活 ？Let's see， 或者某种可以说但不该 ，so should not 不该说的玩具 ，a toy。So hiding some kind. Okay, so 或者某种 but 或者 oh, it's like or okay. 或者某种可以说但不该说的玩具 so 不该说的 so is this also unspeakable? Shouldn't be said. Okay. So, or some kind of can be said but shouldn't be said. What? Can be said but shouldn't be said. What does that mean? Let's see. Can say but should not say. What? Some kind of toy that can be mentioned but shouldn't be mentioned. Okay, so is it some kind of unspeakable animal or 某种可以说但不该说的玩具 so can be said but shouldn't be said toy. Okay, ridiculous. 幻姐 so Badger sister. 意味深长 is this like an idiom? So yeah, it looks like it's an idiom. So like profound meaning. 幻姐意味深长的伊拉 Okay, so 吸了口奶茶 so took a sip of milk tea 里面泡 so inside bubbled from 金泉 police dog 对头 what stolen from the police what so 金泉对 so police dog unit okay 偷偷来的咳嗽糖 oh my god what 咳嗽糖 so like cough syrup what oh my god it contains oh my god so 缓解意味深长的吸了口奶茶 so Badger sister meaningfully sipped her milk tea inside bubbled inside yeah so inside contained 金泉对头 so the police dog unit's stolen cough syrup so she put cough syrup in her milk tea. Have I heard of the Dr. Pepper guy? I have not heard of the Dr. Pepper guy. Who is that? Let's see. 那我们今晚就去查查 Okay, so to check. So we tonight will just have to go check. Okay, so then tonight they're just going to go and check and see what's going on in the closet. 那我们今晚就去 Why haven't I said that I know this one? Definitely know 去查查 Kurita pai pai pat or applauded pai pai 爪子 claws 拍拍爪子 so clap my paws 拍拍爪子部位 what 部位 真相
真相
the truth
真相
真相不为真相 so
不为
so not for the truth 不为真相只为娱乐 but for amusement. Got it. So we're gonna go check the closet. 不为真相 so not for the truth 只为娱乐 but for the entertainment factor of it. So Dr. Pepper guy is a guy who goes up to IRL streamers and gives them Dr. Pepper. Where he comes from, we don't know. He just spawns in, whether it be Japan, New York, and many other places. Nothing stops him. He never speaks either. Well, now I'm pissed the Dr. Pepper guy's never found me. Love Dr. Pepper. Love it. All 23 of its flavors, whatever they are. DE. Ooh, the first night. I don't know. Like, I see that they've been trying to come up with, like, other Dr. Pepper flavors, and I'm like, give it up. Like, Dr. Pepper is already perfect as it is. I want, like, a Dr. Pepper float. That sounds beautiful. Like, Dr. Pepper with some ice cream. So, Japan's ridiculous, and one thing that pisses me off here is that, you know how, like, we do root beer floats back home? Like, Japan, they will have, like, a soda float. Cool, great. But they think that the main purpose of the float is that the ice cream has to float on top. Like, they think that the floating part is super important. So they will put, like, a layer of ice on top of the soda and then put ice cream on top of the ice, so that way it stays floating on top. So it'll be like soda, ice in the soda, ice cream floating on top of the ice. So the ice cream doesn't actually even go in the soda, which is the whole point. The ice cream is supposed to, like, help to make the soda taste better. But no, instead, like, it's literally floating on top, so it, like, never mixes. And I'm like, no, like, that's not how any of this works. The floating portion is not important. And, like, ice cream does float. Ice cream does float on top of soda. Fun fact. So the, like, ice is completely not worth it and just stupid. But yeah, that pisses me off anytime that I see it. I'm like, I tried ordering it once just with no ice, and then they gave me the soda, ice cream in the soda, cool, great, what I actually wanted, and then a side cup of the ice that I did not order. And I'm like, I don't want the ice. Leave me alone. I do not want it. They were like, we don't know what to do with the ice. I'm like, this is oddly cute, but leave me alone. So no, it's just so irritating. But whatever, a little quirk of Japan, I guess. DE, so the first night. 惊魂 emergency 调查组 investigation team. Okay. 调查组 so 惊魂调查组 so the first night emergency investigation team. Let's see. 午夜 so like midnight. 午夜是分 so at what? Okay, it's just time. 午夜时分 ice cream is less dense than water, and all because of science reasons that I would end up reaching some character limit explaining. Exactly. Like, ice cream just easily floats on soda. We do not need ice. 午夜时分是个不太靠谱的调查员. Okay, so at midnight, 4 not very reliable investigators 在储物间 so in the storage door opening, so in the storage room doorway 集合 gathered. Okay, so 午夜时分 so midnight. So around midnight, 4 not very reliable investigators gathered at the storage room doorway where the strange noises are coming from. 克里特穿着 so wearing 带有 with 荧光 with fluorescent 骷髅 skull. What? 图案. Okay, so I'm wearing with a fluorescent skull pattern 浴袍, a bathrobe. What?
浴袍
Why? Okay, so I guess I'm wearing a fluorescent like skull patterned bathrobe. 看上去 it would appear, which seemed like 开除 expelled
开除
宗教religious 主播 broadcaster. What?
主播
So Critter was wearing a bathrobe with a fluorescent skull pattern, looking like a disgraced religious broadcaster. Okay. 看上去像个被开除
开除
Okay, 被开除. What is that together?
被
Kicked
开除
out. Okay, so kicked out or fired. So looking like fired 宗教 religious 主播
播
broadcaster. Got it. 老姚 lean. So old Yao holding 半瓶, so half a bottle 二锅头二锅头 so a type of Chinese liquor, so sorghum liquor. Okay. 二锅头 sorghum liquor. Interesting.
二锅头
二锅头神情 so with the expression 涣散
涣
with a
散
vacant expression, so an empty expression. 如果今晚有鬼
有鬼
if tonight has ghosts 我想灌 I first 想灌
灌
so pour
灌
两口
两口
2 sips. Okay. So if tonight has ghosts, I first want to pour 2 sips. Okay, so I first want to take a couple sips, a couple swigs of alcohol. That's fair. 老姚拎着半瓶二锅头，神情涣散。如果今晚有鬼，我先灌他两口。Okay. Right, that's what I just read. 换姐 so older badger sister, 把偷来 everything is stolen, got it.
偷来
So 把偷来的钥匙
钥匙
key 一插
插
so a stolen key, so inserted a stolen key.
钥匙一插
偷来的 so stolen, got it.
来的
偷来的
偷来的
换姐把偷来的钥匙一插钥匙一插
钥匙
一插 it's like inserted 准备好了 we're ready. We're like, let's do this. We're ready. 少年 is the name of the ghost. 少年则 like, what is that again?
则
The I don't like any of these. Then, okay, so like then 少年则用一种
一种
飘逸
飘逸
ethereal, okay, 飘逸而
飘逸
不负责任 and irresponsible,
不负责任
不负责任责任的姿态 posture or attitude, posture, stance 姿态
姿态
靠在天花板
天花板
上谁陷进去 So who goes first? Okay. Let's see. Can I send you the funniest clip I've seen all week? Of course, of course, of course. I do check all messages that pop up in the Discord. It's just lately people been quiet in there. So I think everyone would chat so much if just a few people chatted. But I don't know. I think most people don't even have like notifications on for most things. But yeah, it's like definitely a place I want people to be chatting and sending silly things. 少年则 I've already forgotten. 少年则用一种飘逸 some kind of ethereal and irresponsible 飘逸不负责任 Hi Hoshi
责任
something in my closet. Yes. I used AI to make this ridiculous story about like ridiculous, irresponsible, and like kind of sexual characters down in the burrow and some sort of weird sound coming from a closet. So now they're going to investigate and see what kind of like weird, naughty sounds are coming out of the closet. So I have already come out of the closet long ago, happily so. But yeah, now we are just using this to like I have no idea how this story goes. I used AI to make it, and then I just uploaded it into this software that I use for language learning. And we're just going through and reading it, and then learning Chinese based off of this ridiculous story. So, but welcome. Let's see. Hi. So no. It was probably us coming out of the closet. Exactly. Like literally, I assume everyone always is just gay. Like when I find out someone's completely straight, I'm like, I don't think our paths were ever supposed to cross. Like if it's people at work, I'm like, okay, well that makes sense. Somebody at work would be straight. But like other people in my life, I'm like, if you're straight, why do I know you? You know, like nothing against straight people. I will say that. Like it's not that I have a problem with straight people. It's that I just question how anyone can be, you know? Like there's so many cool like experiences out there in the world and you're just limiting yourself, you know? So you're bi boy. 私も我也是 I'm also bi. Fun fact. So enjoying the chaos. Don't forget to follow Enjoying the Burrow. I always just read anything that pops up without thinking about it. But yeah, Nightbot is reminding everyone to don't forget to subscribe and or do anything that you feel like doing. So okay, let's like read this and make sure that we understand. So Xiaolian, which is like the flirtatious ghost, then using some kind of ethereal and irresponsible 姿态
姿态
posture or gesture
的姿态
so leaned against the ceiling. Who wants to go first? What does that mean? Leaned against the ceiling in a carefree and irresponsible manner. So okay, so they're just using a sort of attitude. So in a kind of got it. Yongijong. So in a kind of is this elegant? Yeah. So carefree. So 飘逸 is like carefree and irresponsible, 不负责任的姿态. So manner 靠在天花板上 leaned against the ceiling. I guess a ghost can do whatever they want. 谁先进去 So who goes first? Right? Yeah, who goes in first? 我不想被某种 I don't want by a certain 触手 tentacle 缠上 Oh my god. Okay. I don't want to be entangled by some kind of tentacle. What do they think is going on in there? 我不想被某种触手 So by some kind of tentacle 缠上 I don't want to get entangled by a tentacle. Oh my god. CritterTheBoy 主气饺子 So raised a claw. 我志愿 I hate the construction that happens outside because like it's so nice out and I just want to have my windows open, but they're so fucking annoying outside all the time. Like they're building a house, and I swear they have the whole entire city on this house building it. Like the crew's insane and like always beeping, always hammering, and the house has not looked different in like a week. And I'm like, what are you even pounding on? Like, what are you making? But anyway, we're going on with our lives. Karita juchi, so like raised 饺子, raised a claw. So like I guess I raised my paw. I decided I'm going first. 我志愿向前. So I volunteer to go first. 如果我失踪了, so if I go missing, 请帮我删除搜索记录. Dumb. Okay. I said I volunteer to go first. If I go missing, please help me delete my search history. So dumb. Karita juchi 饺子. So I raised my claw. 我志愿向前. I volunteer to go first. 如果我失踪了，请帮我删除. So 删除 is delete. 删除搜索 is to search. 搜索记录. 请帮我删除搜索记录. Please help me delete my search history. That's ridiculous, nefarious, and honestly same. If ever I go missing, please just destroy my computer and my phone, please. Just don't even try to get anything good from it. Nothing good will be found. 储物间的门. So the storage room's door. 嘎吱 creaked. The storage room door creaked. 一声 So as soon as it was open, 打开. So 储物间的门嘎吱一声打开. 美味扑鼻. Assaulted the nose. So a musty smell assaulted the nose. 但没有呻吟声. But didn't have a moaning sound. But there's no moaning sound. So 储物间的门嘎吱一声打开. So the storage room's door creaked as soon as it was open. 美味扑鼻. So 美味, a musty 扑鼻, so a musty smell assaulted the nose. 但没有呻吟声, but no moaning sound. 安静的想. So quiet, like you, 上次 last time 的约会. Oh my god. It's as quiet as your last date. 安静的想. So 安静的, so it's quiet like your last date. 上次的约会. You just fell out of your gaming chair? How? Why? Also jealous. I need to get a proper chair when I move. Again, I haven't invested in like good things here, and like thank God I didn't, because it made it so easy to sell everything. But I want my next like move to be a long-term one. I think I want it to be like, I want to be in my next spot at least 5 years, I think. So to kind of vibe, relax into the position, learn a lot, and just like vibe, enjoy life, grow. So yeah, this whole moving so often thing is kind of wearing on me. So, but yeah, I'll get a good gaming chair then. So Hope you are okay though. Hope nothing is broken. 安静的香, so quiet like as quiet as. 安静的香, so 的香 must be like saying like. So 安静的香, so quiet as, so like comparing. 安静的像你相似的约会. Okay. 缓解, so Badger Sister, 低声 in a low voice, 低声嘲笑 mocked. Okay. Badger Sister chuckled softly. 缓解低声嘲笑. She's laughing at him. Let's see. 别提了, so don't mention. Okay, so don't mention it. 别提了 is like don't mention it. Never mind. 别提了. 那次我只是在跟禁止调情. Oh my god. So don't mention it. That time I was just flirting with a napkin. What? Don't mention it. I was just flirting with the napkin that time. Oh my god. 别提了. 那次我只是在跟餐巾纸调情. Oh my god. I don't want to know what that meant. 克里特有怨到. Karita resentfully said. Okay. 有怨到 complained. The path of sorrow, that's what it means. 有怨到.屋内 it's indoors. 屋内堆满旧 old 毛巾 old towels. So 屋内堆满旧毛巾. So inside was piled up with old towels. 破 broken. 破行李箱 破行李箱 old suitcase. 还有一个角落里 so a corner 半开 half open 的老式 old fashioned 老式衣橱 an old-fashioned wardrobe, and in the corner, the room is filled with old towels, broken suitcase, and an old wardrobe that's half open in one corner. 屋内堆满旧毛巾破行李箱，还有一个角落里放开的老式衣橱。他们围着so they circled. So 他们围着衣橱蹲下。So they crouched around the wardrobe. Yeah. 蹲下。没有锁。Doesn't have a lock. 没有锁。克里特伸出手 stretched out a hand. 伸出手。等等 wait. 少年突然喊 Okay, so the ghost Xiaolian suddenly shouted. Wait, the ghost suddenly shouted. 我感到 I feel 一种湿漉漉 a damp 能量 a damp energy, a wet energy. So 噔噔小念突然喊我感到一种湿漉漉的能量 I feel a kind of damp energy. Okay. That's no good. 那可能是我裤子 Oh my god. 裤子漏旧了 Oh my god. That could be my pants leaking alcohol. What? Oh my god. 那可能是我裤子漏久了 Oh my god. 老姚叹气 So old Yao side. Okay. Kai, it's like open. Kai, open. What do we got? What's inside? Karita Mangda. Suddenly, Mangda La Kai pull open. La Kai Ichu. So Critter suddenly pulled open the wardrobe. What's in there? Igu. So a portion 奇怪 strange. So a strange 香味 fragrance. So a strange smell 冲了 rushed out. So a strange smell rushed out. 一股奇怪的香味冲了出来，像玫瑰。So like rose 混着 mixed with 腋窝 armpit. Okay. 腋窝. So a strange smell rushed out, like rose mixed with armpit. 还有, in addition, a little 蜂蜜, a little honey smell. So it's like rose, armpit, and honey. Okay. Strange fragrance rushed out, like rose mixed with armpits and a hint of honey. Okay. 一股奇怪的香味冲了出来，像玫瑰混着野窝，还有一点蜂蜜味。Okay. 里面空无一物 not a soul in sight. Okay. So it's an idiom. 空无一物 So inside was empty. Inside, not a soul in sight. So there was no one inside. 里面空无一物出了 In addition, 一条粉丝 So a pink lace. Okay, so that's a cognate. Lace. So a pink lace 内裤 So pink lace underwear. Okay. 里面空无一物 So inside, not a soul in sight. 出了 but 一条粉色蕾丝内裤 So 一条粉色蕾丝内裤 but a pair of pink underwear. Pink lace underwear. They found panties. 众人 everyone. 众人陷入 sink into 沉默. So everyone fell into silence. Okay. 众人陷入沉默. And then 你们谁对的？你们谁丢的？丢的？
你们谁丢的？
你们谁丢的？丢丢？你们谁丢的？你们谁丢的？
丢
丢？你们谁丢的？ So who lost it? Kolita won. This never quite tells me, so it is a special question. This should be Kurita won. So Critter asked. 我不是那种颜色的. So I don't this kind of color. So that color isn't me. I wouldn't wear that color. 小年 argan 发红 turned red. So 少年 the ghost ears turned red. Got it. argan 我喜欢豹纹 leopard print. 我喜欢豹纹 I like leopard print. Okay. 环节很坚定. So Badger Sister said firmly. Okay. 环节很坚定.这是我的. Oh no, is it Lao Yao? No, 这是我的. 老姚 成熟. Oh my god. The old alcoholic fox wears pink panties, pink lace panties. 伸手 reached out. 拿起内裤. 小声说以前年少轻狂. So before young and reckless 的时候试过. Oh no. So when he was young and reckless he tried it. Oh no. 以前年少轻狂的时间试过. Oh no. 以前年少轻狂的时候试过. Wilding. Oh no. Okay. 你现在也不老. Okay. 你现在 also not old. Okay. 你现在也不老. 你现在也不老. So you're also not old now. Why do we call him 老姚? Old Yao. 克里特套出 so took out a small 本本 notebook. 克里特套出小本本 I took out a small notebook. 那身体上耶稣是内裤的灵魂在抗议. Okay, so the sound could be the soul of the underwear protesting. Oh my god. Oh no. 克里特掏出小本本 那声音上也许是内裤的灵魂在抗议。Okay, so is he mocking him? Is he being like, okay, it's clearly the underwear soul protesting that old Yao was wearing it. 说不定他成精了。Let's see. 说不定 so perhaps 说不定他成精了。So perhaps it became a spirit. 少年骚了。So 少年 scratched 骚了骚 so scratched a little 骚了骚透明transparent 透明的下巴 so 少年骚了骚透明的 so scratched their transparent chin 下巴 chin 你们没听说过内衣诅咒吗 Ooh 你们没听说过 So you guys haven't heard the underwear curse? 内诅咒吗 Interesting. 没听说过。没听说过。没听说过。Gonna play?
没听说过。
没听说过。Haven't heard of it. 众人齐声。So in unison. So 众人齐声. Everyone said together. 没听说过。I haven't heard of it. 众人齐声。因为我刚编的。Because I just made it up. Got it. 因为我刚编的。他得意一笑。So she proudly smiled. 他得意一笑。Wild. 第二页回声谜团。So the echo mystery? Okay. Echo mystery. 第二页回声谜团。Okay. We wild in for real boys. Wildinforreal.com. What are we sitting at? I think that for today, I think that we're approaching the second approaching the second ad. I think that we might and by might I mean we are going to call it for the day. I wasn't going to make it like too terribly long anyway today, because it's nice and I kind of want to go on a little walk and enjoy myself and just go and enjoy nature. But yeah, I wanted to get some practice in. I'll probably hop on tomorrow for a bit because now I'm curious about this and I want to like get into this. Hi Gundam, how are you? Unfortunately, you are hopping in right at the end, but I do see you chatting in the Discord from time to time. Everyone needs to talk in there more. Like we got to get the Burrow chatty, you know? chattington.com.org.eu, you know? All of that stuff. But yeah, we today did like Chinese lessons on the software. Here, I'll show you. We did Chinese lessons on the software that I use for learning. I just made a silly AI story about like overly sexual creatures in the Burrow who are doing ridiculous things. So I think it's still definitely like worth listening to. It's a new format, so I'm curious. We'll like get it going and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think it was cool. I liked everyone chatting as we went on. Hopefully it was at least relatively interesting to listen to. And yeah, I like the idea of using AI to make stories for learning because you can make the prompt, make the story about like anything you want. Exactly. Yamate Kudasai for real. Literally me when they're talking about like old Yao and his like pink lace panties. So, so no, I appreciate you, Gundam. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello, and now for saying bye. So, but yeah, like today's stream was also completely random and just like not normal scheduled broadcasting. But yeah, I like this format. I think like at least once a week we'll have to do something silly like this. I won't read any more of the story until we're all in together, so we can all read it together. But yes. Have a amazing rest of your day and or night and or day and or night. And thank you for popping in. Have a good time. Goodbye.